Hey guys.
We're Tam and Ryan, and this is little baby Nora. She's just turned 3 months old.
Look at her go.
We've just spent a week hanging out with my family.
This week's mission, we're driving 4.5 hours from the dusty plains of Lake Tyrrell to the beautiful Victorian coastline.
It's a long drive, all with Nora in tow. Don't worry though, there's some pretty cool stops along the way.
We're a family travelling Australia, living out of our self-converted van. Yep, there it is.
Follow along by subscribing to our channel and join us as we branch out, exploring new places and living life to the fullest. Caution, balding.
We have got a pretty big drive today. We're heading 4.5 hours from Lake Tyrrell, where we are right now, all the way down to Torquay. We've got something pretty special happening down there, but we'll tell you about that in the video.
Yeah, we're going to share some tips on travelling with a newborn, so hopefully you can get something out of this video.
Righto, well, let's go.
Let's do it.
But before we hit the road, we thought we'd give you a quick look at a very salty Lake Tyrrell.
Nora wasn't loving the conditions. Sunny and windy. That's a shocking combo. Brian, seems like you found something you like here?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's something about the lake's natural beauty. Lake Tyrrell is known to be Victoria's stargazing capital. The reflections on the still waters of Tyrrell at night are honestly pretty incredible.
Hey there.
Oh, hey guys. First little tip, we've built this section. Not everyone can do this, depends what sort of vehicle you've got. You don't have to take your baby into the elements.
It's very windy and sunny out there and she's not loving it today.
Come on.
So she gets to join us through the special secret door.
Hey. How's that feel, honey?
Thanks, Dad. Hello, good girl. You ready for a big trip? Got Bunny? Even though Nora's really little, she does love this little bunny. So she likes to play with the ears.
Also got a few snacks for the road, so muesli bars. These are apricots, but Tam doesn't like apricots, so we've got some biscuits here too. Also dates, which we're nearly out of.
We actually do put the cover back up just because it protects us from the noise of the van. Sometimes the oven trays make a bit of noise or just, you know, things. It's nice to have a nice quiet environment for Nora when she goes to sleep.
Would you look at these flies? Cute as. I'll hit something now, you know.
Well, don't do that.
Get away from the flies!
Vegemite!
So we sometimes forget to latch the pantry, and when we go around a corner, it comes flying out. Latch it?
Latch it. Probably brought all the flies in.
Is it here?
You just went past.
Cafe?
There was a big coffee sign, huh?
Was there?
Your eyes today. Gallery Cafe.
Oh, down there.
No, right there. All right, our first stop here is in Sea Lake, which is just about 10 minutes from Lake Tyrrell. Nora's still awake, so we're going to quickly get an iced coffee for the road. One thing we make sure is we don't stop unless Nora's awake, so we don't want to interrupt her sleep time. She's very close though, so we've got a small window to get a coffee and get on the road. Oh yeah, we've also had to stop because Ryan needs to go to the toilet again. Go, go, go. Nora's got good timing. She's just done her first poo for the trip. Yay!
She's timed it so well.
Yeah, right before sleep.
So we're super lucky to have this set up, like just with the van. We can quickly grab stuff out, give her a change if we need to.
All right, well, Ryan's doing the change. I'm going to test the coffee here in Sea Lake. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh, that's a massive poo.
She was very happy after she did it, so we're all clean again.
Ready for a sleep?
I think she's about ready to close those eyes.
All right, let's do it.
Shall we do it?
Let's go, little baby.
With coffee in hand, we hit the road. Nora had her cranky pants on for a minute there, but with a little coaxing, sleep. So I just did this delicious, I just had a big bite of carrot cake on camera to show you guys, and I didn't film it, so I'm gonna have to have maybe more than my half of the carrot cake. See how I go. Okay. First snack of the road trip. I think carrot cake is actually my favourite type of cake.
As if, what about like mud cake or cheesecake or...
No, they're all too rich.
Actually, banana bread, banana cake?
No.
Why is banana bread bread when it should just be banana cake? Is it because it doesn't have icing on top?
It's a really good question. I don't know. Banana bread.
It's not bread though. You wouldn't put Vegemite on it or peanut butter. Oh.
Anyone answer this question in the comments?
Which category should banana bread fall into? Cake or bread?
Cake or bread. So, at the Sea Lake Cafe, Ryan got a large coffee for the driver, a small coffee for the passenger.
Medium.
Yep.
Mm.
And some carrot cake.
$11 it cost. $11.
That is mental. $11 for 2 coffees and a carrot cake. You don't find that anymore, do ya?
Geez, you sound old.
You don't find that anymore.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. So we're exactly 22 minutes into Nora's sleep and she's woken up, which is not ideal. Hopefully she's having a little stretch and she'll go back to sleep, because that usually means we have to stop and give her a feed and stretch our legs a bit. But we wanted to get a bit further on our trip than that. We'll see how she goes. So she's becoming more awake by the second, and she's just staring at me, which is beautiful, but also she's not asleep. Gonna go back to sleep. No. Alright, I think we're gonna pull over into Wycheproof. Nora's a bit upset. She slept for a little while, but she's obviously needing a bit more food, and means we get to have a break and stretch our legs as well. So
yeah, love it.
We like to listen to her when she's ready for a feed, and now's the time.
Okay, let's get her out, eh?
Yeah.
Well, let's find a spot to park first.
Yeah. We're just reflecting on the morning. It was probably our fault because Nora was asleep when we pulled up to Lake Tyrrell, and we got her out to have a look at the lake, and now she's paying us back for it. So
it's our own silly fault.
Yeah, we'll restart here, give her a big feed, and yeah, hopefully she'll go to sleep in the car.
What do you think, hun? Not a bad view for a breastfeed?
Pretty good.
We always prefer to search for a lookout when we're on the hunt for a car park. I mean, you can't beat a view, right? While Tam gave Nora a feed, I whipped up a quick bite. Oh, another tip, always have plenty of water on hand for a breastfeeding mum.
Ready? We went for a quick walk, but it was windy as. Smile. Oh. With 3 full bellies, we decided to get back on the road. We've been experimenting with the dummy lately, but Nora's not a huge fan. Ah well, she still managed to drift off to sleep.
I was too busy taking note to see if Nora was asleep.
She's not asleep anymore.
And I missed the turn, so we had a choice of going 18 minutes slower or spinning around. We're spinning around.
I was just reaching for the camera and Ryan put his foot on the brakes because we just missed 2 kangaroos. Like, just missed them. Right in the middle of daylight. What are they doing out?
This was easily Nora's biggest sleep period for the trip. We passed through lots of towns and farmland along the way.
We're about 10-15 minutes from Ballarat and we had planned to stop here for a bit of a walk and just a stretch of the legs, but Nora's still asleep, so we want to make sure that if she's asleep we kind of just keep driving, even though we'd never really wanted her to be in the car seat for longer than an hour at a time, but we figure if she's asleep she's obviously happy and comfortable in there, so we might keep trekking on. As I'm saying that, she is slowly waking up, so I may have just jinxed myself. Thanks a lot, Ryan, for making me take this video.
Hey guys, so we pulled up here. We're at a lake, I'm not even sure what it's called, but Nora woke up, was having a bit of a cry. Anyway, I opened the door because I thought, oh, I'll cut up some apple, we'll make some yogurt. Open the door and we've had a bit of a disaster. What a mess.
I figured this was a great opportunity for another snacky. Yogurt and muesli, yes. We had 2 pretty great views. I think as humans we try to schedule everything or plan out our day, but when you have a newborn it's almost impossible to live like that, so Ryan and I are pretty fortunate that we can just go with the flow and let Nora lead the way. We've got the van here and we can pull over and give her a feed whenever she's feeling a little bit upset or, you know, even just overtired. Sometimes helps her go back to sleep. Alright, we're back on the road. We had a probably hour stop at the lake, which was really nice. Nora's on the verge of sleep.
God, isn't it just amazing how the landscape changes so much?
Yeah.
So like what, 3 hours ago we're literally in the middle of the desert. And then we've gone through beautiful lush farmland and now we're in like, I don't know, you wouldn't say rainforest, but forest, and then it turns into the beach. Like,
yeah.
It just shows if you get off your butt and go for a drive in Victoria, you can see so much. And we did that. We got off our butts and we saw Victoria.
You heard it here. Get off your butt.
So one thing we haven't really talked about, we know just like how lucky we are to be able to sit with this configuration. We could just imagine that if we had a baby in the back seat crying, just like how much it would tug at your heartstrings to not be able to quickly soothe them. We purposely picked the Ford Ducato as our vehicle because in a lot of states in Victoria, you're allowed to have your baby seat in the front seat if you don't have any back seats. You can only actually do it if you don't have airbags in the front, like on the passenger seat. And with a Ford Ducato, you've actually got a switch where you can switch them on or off. When a child's facing a rear facing like this, if the airbag deploys, it basically turns into like a catapult and can send them backwards. So that's a warning. Don't just put your baby in the front seat. Make sure you can turn your airbags off.
Yeah. And we did check with Vic Roads to make sure that was okay.
It was actually seriously hours of being on the phone and conversations. It started, I think, at a baby shop. Well, baby bunting, the place where you get this, not the baby. Big process to figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep driving, eh?
Yeah. Vicky?
Yes. Yes, I'll have a Vicky. So, I think dates are like my Achilles heel. I actually just think they're so delicious and underrated, and everyone should get on a date. Valentine's Day. Oh God!
Sorry, I was holding.
Oh my God!
I was holding that in while you were talking.
Got me.
Better you than Nora.
She probably look at her. Oh, covered.
I was holding that in that whole date time.
Who's awake?
We have an awake baby.
Get her.
Hello.
Look at her eyes. What is going on?
Now, Ryan's just mentioned something. We are about 15 minutes from Geelong, and I think we've timed this perfectly for a really beautiful sunset. What do you think?
Yep, the shadows are getting very long. I'm hoping we'll get there just in time.
Just in time. Fingers crossed. Right, Norse? Fingers crossed. There it is. And again. How's that? Hello?
Well, we did it.
It's almost the top of Victoria to the bottom of Victoria.
And she's done it in her 12th week of...
12th week of life.
Well done, little girl.
Yay! We need to stretch her legs. Let's get out of the car.
We'll go for a bit of a look. I think we might have missed the sunset, but we'll check it out. Sort of feels like we've come full circle because where'd we get this van from?
Tassie.
And look, the Spirit of Tasmania just coming into dock.
We've made it to the waterfront in Geelong, and we did miss the sunset, but the sky is actually really beautiful right now.
Yeah, it's probably, I'd say, 10 minutes from being dark, so we just come for a little bit of a walk, just stretch our legs, and this one's been kicking flat out. We're just gonna head back to the van, make a quick dinner, and tell you the big reason as to why we've come so far.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Hey guys, so we had a pretty successful trip, I'd say, yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Nora slept for more than half of the trip, so reflecting that means that she's comfy, and yeah, we're pretty happy with how it all went.
I think we got really lucky. Like, she's at a stage now where she's just starting to get a little bit, I guess, antsy, looking around, seeing things, but to sleep for 2.5 hours, excuse you,
Sorry.
Oh, she got me. To sleep for 2.5 hours, we really couldn't have asked for much more.
Yeah.
A couple of stops along the way were great too.
Yep, definitely. I think it was like really nice. She stopped just before Ballarat, and we probably wouldn't have stopped there if she hadn't have woken up.
Hidden gems, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the reason that we made this huge trip, say 4.5, 5 hours, one of my beautiful sisters had a baby like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So we're all, Ryan's family, we're meeting here for the weekend to see the new little bub, which we're all super excited about.
Yeah, can't wait to meet her. Album recommendation for this week, we do it every week. It's one that we've been listening to flat out on this trip.
There was actually a little bit of a sneak peek in the video. I wonder, maybe you'll be able to pick it before we even mention this.
So the album is by a band called Little Birdy, and the album's called Big Big Love. But when I think I was like 14, 15, 16, when it came out, I was visiting a cousin in Queensland, and I was desperate to get this album. I went to Sanity, back in the day, Sanity, and my cousin and I went, and I was so embarrassed because the album cover, covered in giant love heart, but I still bought it and have listened to it flat out.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, there's also a couple of tracks on there that sort of link to Nora or having a baby, so we thought it's probably a really fitting album, and if you haven't heard it before, chuck it on.
Yeah, it's a great road trip track as well.
A road trip album.
Road trip album, yes.
Yeah. Leave a comment and let us know which one's your favourite track. We'd love to know.
Cool. We're going to sign off here and spend some time in Ocean Grove with the family.
Yeah.
You might even see some Ocean Grove Barwon Heads videos in the future. Who knows?
All right. Well, see you guys.
Thanks for branching out with us.
Bye.